Hi, I'm Sean with Weston, and I'm here today to talk about the Hatchet snowboard. We're super stoked this year because it's our 10-year anniversary first and foremost, so we've gone through our entire line and done an overhaul of our graphics. For the Quiver series, we worked with artist Brooke Rubel to create a clean and consistent design across most of the line. Each board will feature an icon based on its model name, as well as a graphic that's a little bit indicative of where the board might excel most in riding. The Hatchet overall, we're considering a twinish shape. We say that because while it's not actually a twin, it's pretty damn close. The nose is just slightly wider and longer than the tail, but the stance overall is centered on the camber profile. So technically it is a directional board, but realistically speaking, this board is going to ride a lot more like a true twin than anything else. Overall, with that shape profile, this board is a short fat as well, so it's designed to be ridden significantly shorter. A guy up to 6'4" could ride potentially a 156 in this. So you'll want to check our size charts and make sure you size appropriately for whatever board you might want. Within that, this board is designed to slay pow with a freestyle vibe. So if you want to spin and huck yourself off of pillows, get some nice butters and pow, the Hatchet is definitely the board for you. Paired with the short fat shape of the Hatchet, we use our twin powder camber profile, meaning we have a mellow camber underfoot just about to the contact points, and at which point we have a symmetric reverse camber tip and tail. So you're going to have a nice consistent feel throughout the entire board and a nice strong edge hold underfoot, combined with a pretty significant amount of pop. Because we build our boards for the backcountry first and foremost, we prefer that camber-dominant underfoot because it also helps with edge hold and skin traction on the uphill approach. For the core of the Hatchet, we utilize a poplar and paulownia blend in both the solid and the split. However, in the Splitboard version specifically, we use bamboo underneath the inserts to help with binding retention. In addition to the core materials we utilize on the Hatchet, we have a really unique approach to our carbon stringer reinforcement. We call it S-weave carbon. And what that means is in both the solid and the split, we run a carbon stringer on both sides of the board that starts up in the nose underneath the base, comes through, transitions onto the top sheet, runs through the inserts, and then ducks back down and onto the base in the tail. Overall, this acts like a spring, so with one carbon stringer, we're actually getting substantially more pop and energy. So this board, in its short fat state, maintains quite a bit more rigidity, even in the split board form, and has a ton of pop and energy to help you send it off of whatever you choose. Surrounding the core on the Hatchet, we again utilize our polyurethane sidewall, which increases dampening and durability while reducing waste in the manufacturing process. And on the base of the Hatchet, we utilize our Sintered 4000 base, which means it's going to go super fast. And we also implement it in a simple minimalist black colorway, which means when you have to do a PTEX repair, it's going to be a nice and seamless finish. Between the combination of the core materials and the carbon stringer reinforcement and camber profile, we rate this board at a 7 out of 10 flex, which might seem a little stiff for a more freestyle oriented board. However, because you're riding it in a short, fat profile, you want this board to be a little bit stiffer so that when you put it up on edge or when you go for that ollie, you have that substance and stability underfoot. In the Splitboard version of the Hatchet specifically, we have a number of features that we lump under what we call split tech. The first of which is a shifted touring bracket. So we actually take the touring bracket and shift it a little bit forward on the camber profile to help bring the nose up and the tail down in situations where you're breaking trail and you want the nose up, or say you're making a kick turn and you just need help getting the board around a little bit easier. That'll help quite a bit. In addition to that, we utilize Karakorum Ultra Clip 2.0s and Karakorum active latching tip and mid clips. This helps bring the board together for a nice solid board feel and generally a ride that's as close to a solid as possible. We implement these clips utilizing our holeless base technology, so it's a nice seamless finish underneath, which helps with durability and tuning later on. New for next season, we're also implementing on the Hatchet our reinforced holes up in the tip and notches in the tail for our new Weston skin system. Specifically for the Hatchet, this is a huge upgrade because the skins will come pre-cut, so for a unique shape such as this, you won't have the headache of trying to retrofit a standard universal pair of skins to fit the shape. Overall, I love the Hatchet for its playfulness. So on days when it's going to be maybe a low angle powder day or some pillow fields, sled lapping, whatever it might be, the Hatchet is a super fun and playful board. So you can get out in super deep snow, spin it around with ease. It's a real nice complement to the Quiver. However, if you are more of a freestyle oriented person and you like to carve hard, the solid version of this specifically will still perform really well on hard pack, and it can be a daily driver as well.